supposed to tape a particular show for me, and he fell asleep. And he sat straight up in bed exactly the time that this thing came on. He was in a sound sleep, and there was a program that he woke up at 4:30 in the morning to turn on the television exactly the time he was supposed to tape this thing. He had totally forgotten about it. But I showed him how it works because
the subconscious hadn't
Yeah.
forgotten.
We
It was
were-
important
we
to
were-
him, so it was important to him.
yeah, exactly. I showed him how it works one night when we first got back together. We were driving back from Boston, lying in bed next to each other, and I said, "You're going to wake up at 4:30 and you're going to roll over and hug me, just like this." And he laughed. "Oh yeah, that's so funny." And he was really tired. He went to sleep at 4:30. Bingo, he was up and looked at me, rolled over, looked at the clock. It was 4:30. You know.
Why not? You have commanded yourself to do something.
Right.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And your
And if
team
you
has
can
got
do
to
that,
obey.
you can command yourself to do anything.
That's right.
If you know, you start with, gee, I can do that, then I'm going to add something a little more difficult and
Yeah.
a little more difficult.
Michelle, my wife, she's seen me go out and see. Now, am I seeing the future or am I making what's going to happen? To be honest with you, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we were expecting a lady to come over about a horse that we were trying to sell. And it was later than she said, and it wasn't happening. I don't know the lady other than the phone. And I went out and I concentrated, and did I project into the future or did I make the event? I don't know. I don't care. It worked. I came in, I said, they're going to come in this small red little off-red car. She's going to have her boy with her. He's about 10 or 11. They're going to come up and stop right there at the corner before they end up coming into the house. They're going to look in the field at the horse and then drive up, park. We're going to walk outside. They're going to open the door, and she is going to say, "Is that the horse?" And they will buy the horse right there in the spot. And that is word for word what she said. That is exactly what happened. And Michelle is used to that. Am I seeing the future? Or did I create this future? I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter. It really
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't
The thing
matter.
is, the dream worked.
Right. Yeah.
So, anyway, some of these things kind of floor my wife. But the logic
She's getting
of
used to it.
Well, yeah, it's logical when you know it's dream and you know your position as a neuron of thought, and therefore you can work the dream. When your lover is dying, then you clomp onto that lover and feel pity for him and goodbye and help him die. Or you pull him back. Yeah, I'm not going to let my dream die. No, I got better things for him to do. Shoot, we had a date tonight, and damn it, I want to go eat. That type of thing. It's your dream. That's your dream dying. Are you going to allow it or disallow it?
Right.
Period. It's all dream. Everything is dream. His dreaming one, I am, you. And you dreaming all the rest. Ye are as gods. You have that ability to dream. And he made you, I am, the one very real to you, I am. And you can, you are projecting very real things to you, but it's all dream. It's a bunch of BS. Ye are as gods. There's only one person here. One. Me. Or in your case, you. Or in your case, you. That's it. That is it. You go to bed, you make love, what are you doing? In reality, it's a pleasurable way of playing with yourself, all right? That's the truth of it. A little crude, but it's true.
It makes the point.
Yeah, and it feels a lot better too.
Well, do you want to ask about some of the magical stuff that's in the Bible?
Okay. Sure. We've done, a little bit of work with the book. You were showing us last night the power reading
Okay.
technique. What I had gotten the impression that, and whether this was a misimpression, I don't know, that what you were suggesting was that in that book there are instructions on some of the material,
all of it.
some of the stuff you've just been talking
Sure.
about, and plenty of
Flying.
other stuff as well.
If Jesus did it, you can do it.
Right.
He didn't just come here and tra-la-la through life and then go away. The whole lifespan of the Christ had very little to do with salvation the way the Christians are speaking about it.
Right.
The salvation was, look, I, as a human just like you, have learned the power of the Word that I have been studying up to that time, only Old Testament, right?
Right.
And because I have learned it, I tested it, and I hungered and tested it, look where I'm at. Christ came as an example to the human people, as he was human, what you are capable of. How did he do that? Just go right back to the very day one when he was born. See what the first event in his life to turn him into this great medicine man was. And you will find it's hunger. Well, maybe even sooner than that, love. Love of the traditions of all the stories. That made him hungry. Why isn't that happening? Well, is God real or not? Is this all true or not? He's living in the same area that all these fables are from. Not fables, but you understand what I mean?
Right.
Might as well have been.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, so-and-so died and they buried him here, and he can walk up to the grave and that's where so-and-so is buried. The fact was there. And yet nothing was happening for 200, 300 years, not a thing.
Right.
It had all gone to tradition, just a bunch of talk and no action.
Right.
And if this God is real, why isn't there any action? Well, that's exactly why he became man, to find out why isn't there any action. Did I screw up, I, God, the whole three in one, screw up so strongly that people can't get it except those few that have all died off now? So, through love of his storytelling time from his spiritual leaders, the rabbis and so on and so forth, he got curious. And he, like I said, don't believe a word I say. He decided not to believe a word they said. He decided to test it and find out for himself. He hungered. That's where it began. If you want, love is first, truth. And then hungered. And because he just got hungry to find out if this is a bunch of bull crap or true, he started testing and knocking. Knock, seek, find. Knock, seek, find. Actually, it should be seek, knock, find. It should be love, hunger, seek, knock, find. Keep pounding on that door until you find out if it's true or false. He found out the truth of it. And then he tested every little nuance of thought to find out if that is a good thought or a false thought. Until when it was good, he incorporated it into his life as a man and became stronger for it. Jesus Christ, it's not as the Christians say, and yet the Christians have got a little bit of it right. Believe on the Son Jesus Christ and be saved. All right? Go to heaven forever. Yeah, well, that part's right. But